Hey everyone, this is John Pearson from 60secondrevit.com. So this is a quick video to demonstrate a plugin that I've been working on for Revit that actually spawned from a Twitter conversation, which is kind of fun. So the plugin, if you haven't seen it, it's a warning for if you try to model an in-place family. This actually spawned from a conversation that I jumped in on with it was from, I saw Adam Thomas was the one who commented on it that I saw. And this is the conversation actually. So it's a little kind of side note, but people were saying like, oh, it'd be great if you can disable the in-place families command in Revit. And people started saying like, well, we should have a pop-up. That'd be really fun. And I made a proof of concept that showed a pop-up after initializing it. And then this guy, Nick, that I've never met, he actually suggested the Jurassic Park guy that's saying nuh-uh to make it happen. So I added that as well. After some work, I've been able to make the plugin work really well and take a user-defined password as well. So it's coming along nicely. So what we'll do is I'll just open up Revit and show what's going on right now. So once we open Revit, I'm building this on top of Revit 2017, but it should work for 2018 as well. Is using methods that are available in both. One of the things that I'm so I have the plugin all done, good to go. One of the things that I'm running into, which is expected, is I don't have a code signing certificate because this is literally this is my first real Revit add-in that I've made. I've made a lot of Dynamo workflows if you kind of have seen what I've done in the past, but I've never really made a actual Revit plugin that I plan on distributing. So I don't have a certificate, especially when I'm wanting to distribute it on my own because it's something that I've made in my free time. So if you were to download my plugin currently, you'd have to hit always load by default. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and load that. And then I'll just start a blank project. So I just started a blank project right in Revit. Currently the command is running, so I'll just show a little bit of what's going on with this plugin. If I go to component, model in place, I get this little pop-up that tells me what's going on. So currently it's saying you haven't entered the magic word, enter that to continue. If you enter in anything and hit accept, you don't have the right password, so it's not going to work. So if you go back and try again, it still won't work. The magic word or password, if you will, is actually managed through a text file. Currently, it's called pass.txt, and it will be bundled with the plugin. That's my plan. The password by default is enter SketchUp mode, because that's honestly what an in-place component feels like to me. So if we were to enter SketchUp mode and hit accept, it allows us to do an in-place component now. So if I were to continue through, I can make a modeled in-place family. From now on, within this session of Revit, it'll actually be unlocked because I entered the password. There are reasons you would want to do an in-place family, and I understand that completely. I actually had this plugin installed while I've been working on something else, and I kind of forgot, and that pops up and kind of caught me by surprise. So you're able to disable it, at least in the session. It's kind of considered a frowned upon Revit tactic to be modeling in place consistently. So having a plugin like this is kind of fun. So that kind of brings me to my next point. Before I even really look at distributing this, I'd really like to get it signed. So that way people don't have to deal with this junk right here, this unsigned add-in junk. This is on Conrad's website, archilab.net. So there's a process to go through, which I'm ready to go through. I'm ready to get this thing out there. I plan on making it free, just because it was spawned from Twitter. I could sell it. That's another option I have, like on the App Store. But I kind of just feel like it's my first work. I kind of just want to share it with everyone. That brings me to my next point is the certificate is a total of $340, which isn't the most money ever at all, but for a free plugin for me to distribute, it's kind of a stretch just to be able to send this to people without it bugging them. So I have really three choices. I can fork up this money and go ahead and sell the plugin on the app exchange. Tom Koonsman from Ohio, I believe, suggested a crowdfunding, or I can just release the plugin with that annoying warning. So I have three choices. So this is just a campaign to see if we can raise that money for this plugin and future plugins. If you want to contribute, that'd be great. If not, don't contribute, and I'll end up probably just releasing it with the warning because I just want to give it to people as well. So thanks for kind of checking this out, and I hope you enjoy the plugin once it's released. Thanks.